2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, the 13th of January, and it's National Rubber Ducky Day. And a big happy birthday to Julia Louise-Dreyfus, Bill Bailey, Orlando Bloom, and Liam Hemsworth.
7.
Number 10 is a big department with the garden as an extension of the office. And when I went into that garden just after 6 on the 20th of May 2020, I believed implicitly that this was a work event.
Boris Johnson finally appeared on Wednesday to explain why he was at a party in the middle of lockdown. Even the Tory benches seemed stunned by the new excuse, but Boris then went on to apologise to all those who had in fact followed the rules.
I want to apologise. I know that millions of people across this country have made extraordinary sacrifices. I know the anguish that they have been through, and I know the rage they feel with me and with the government I lead when they think that in Downing Street itself the rules are not being properly followed.
Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer wasn't impressed by the excuse or the apology and called on him to resign.
After months of deceit and deception, the pathetic spectacle of a man who's run out of road. His defence that he didn't realise he was at a party. It is so ridiculous that it's actually offensive to the British public. Is he now going to do the decent thing and resign?
There was bad news for the Windsors on Wednesday as US Judge Lewis Kaplan refused to dismiss the civil sex assault trial brought by Jeffrey Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre. Lawyers for Virginia, who claims Prince Andrew abused her in 2001 when she was 17, said she now wants to achieve justice. Andrews always denied the claims, and his lawyers had argued the case should be dismissed as Virginia had agreed a deal with Epstein. US lawyer Lisa Bloom told Sky News a lengthy process now lay ahead before a trial is held.
Generally takes about 9 to 12 months where both sides have the right to take the other side's deposition, where a witness like Prince Andrew comes into an attorney's office, asks them a series of questions, and they have to answer them. One side, like Prince Andrew, can ask for privacy and confidentiality, sealing the documents, but he would have to make a special request. I don't see an across-the-board sealing of documents in this case. It's a very high-profile public case, and I think the First Amendment would say that this is all public.
Donald Trump's usually only found on Fox News or right-wing cable channels these days, so it was unusual when he turned up on Steve Inskeep's NPR show on Tuesday. So how did the interview go with a proper journalist? Well, not all that well. He started off talking about vaccinations and the pandemic, but things started to go downhill when he referred to COVID as the China plague again. It got worse when the presenter repeatedly questioned Trump on his election fraud claims.
The only way it's not going to happen again is you have to solve the problem of the presidential rigged election of 2020.
Mr. President,
if I'm... Wait,
one more question. I want to ask about a court hearing yesterday on January 6th. Judge Amit Mehta, he's gone. Okay.
There was more bad news for Boris & Co. on Wednesday as the High Court ruled it was unlawful for the government to award COVID PPE contracts to 2 companies through its so-called VIP lane. Legal action was taken against the Department of Health and Social Care by campaigners over claims that some £600 million in contracts were awarded to a pest control firm and a hedge fund that had political connections. Joe Morm, the director of the Good Law Project which brought the legal action, said the verdict proved their belief the VIP lane was unethical and immoral.
We are not entirely content, I have to say, with the finding of the court that Ianda and Pestfix would have got these contracts anyway. But fundamentally, what we were interested in here was the institutionalization of a preference for those lucky enough to be friends or associates of predominantly government ministers.
Still to come on the Smart 7, John Cena's back in his shiny helmet and RIP to a music icon. Right after this. Welcome back.
Spurs faced Chelsea again last night in the second leg of their Carabao Cup semi-final. They had work to do as they finished the first leg 2-0 down. It didn't go too well for Tottenham either, with Chelsea winning 1-0 on the night and 3-0 on aggregate. They head on to Wembley and await the winner of Arsenal and Liverpool, who play a COVID-delayed first leg of their semi on Thursday evening. Was Chelsea manager Thomas Tuchel happy to be through to the first cup final of the season?
No, we can play much better. We need to play much better if we want to really deserve results like this, because we did over minutes and in long phases of the match. We did play well, but we need to do better.
You may have been wondering why you keep seeing former WWE star John Cena. Yep, that's the fella in a shiny silver helmet. Well, he's been busy promoting his new Suicide Squad spin-off show featuring his anti-hero character, the Peacemaker. The new spin-off drops today, and it looks like the show picks up straight after the end of the movie, as Peacemaker deals with some regrets over how things went down.
Everybody hates you. Died your computer friend, but you push him away like you push everybody away because you're a dick. Killed Rick Flag. Flag was right. Peacemaker. What a joke.
The night we met, I knew
Music icon and Ronette's frontwoman Ronnie has died aged 78. She'd been ill with cancer for some time. She formed the Ronettes with her sister and cousin in 1957, and Phil Spector produced the majority of their hits. She married him in 1968, but he locked her away from the world, and after 4 years she literally had to escape, as she told Jules Holland back in 1998.
It was a happy marriage for about a year, till I realized I was in a maximum security lockup. I actually escaped with my mother, and she said, "Can the girl have some sunshine? She never gets out." And Phil looked down at my feet and he saw that I didn't have any shoes on. And he said, "Fine." And that's how I never went back.
Zendaya is due to play Ronnie in a biopic based on her autobiography called Be My Baby, How I Survived Mascara, Miniskirts and Madness. Rest in peace, Ronnie. This has been The Smart 7. Wherever you're listening, do us a favour and hit the follow button. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Written, produced and published by Daft Doris.